Here I am. I'm Anastasia from No Grey Suits. And today I'm going to talk to you about keeping it simple in your marketing. We've all heard the keep it simple, stupid saying. And today I want to tell you why that delete button, whether it's for your copy or whether it's for your images, is super important, and why sometimes the stuff that you leave out is more important than the stuff that you put in. So I'll start screen sharing in just a second. First, can we all appreciate my rainbow dinosaur t-shirt? This one matches my kids, so they love it as much as I do. All right, let's share this thing. So hoping everybody can see my screen now. So keep it simple, the power of simplicity. So the first thing I want to bring up is plain language. Most of my clients are in industries where it's very easy to slip into jargon, and I am very guilty of this myself as well, particularly with finance. So being an ex-mortgage broker, it's very easy for me to slip into all of those acronyms and all of that jargon that we're so used to using in our daily lives, but that our audience may not have a complete grasp on. So get rid of the jargon. Keep your language simple. Keep it easy to read. When you're talking, keep it easy to say. If you have to explain a word to somebody, unless that's the point of the post or the point of the article, then don't use the word, is a general rule of thumb there. Why do we want to use plain language in our marketing? Basically, it increases readability. It builds trust because you're not isolating anybody who might not know everything that you're saying, and it expands your audience. So look, your clients, you might be after the clients that know exactly what you're talking about, but in most cases, your pool of clients are sometimes those that don't know all of those technical terms, and they're relying on you to help them through that. So if you start using the technical terms and making them feel a little bit crappy about themselves because they don't understand what you're talking about, then you might not be grabbing the audience that you need or want there to grow. How do we use plain language in our marketing? One thing, I think it's actually a quote by Albert Einstein, is something along the lines of, if you can't explain it to a 6-year-old, then you don't understand it yourself. Now that I've got kids, I've started thinking, if I can't explain this to one of my kids, as I like to refer to them as toddlers, and they don't get the basic gist of what I'm saying, am I using too many words? Am I complicating things too much? Am I just trying to show off that I know what this means? So no, I'm not saying that your audience are children. I'm not saying you have to talk down to your audience or you have to pretend that, your audience know absolutely nothing. But what I'm saying is, particularly when you're posting on socials, people aren't on social media to get a university style lecture. People are on social media to maybe absorb a little bit of knowledge, particularly in LinkedIn, have a bit of fun, read some lighthearted stuff. And if you're overcomplicating that with a bunch of language and a bunch of words that are just a little bit too hard to comprehend while you're sitting in the lounge room scrolling in between ads on TV, then you might not be hitting the mark. You're asking your audience to use brain power that they might not want to use right now. They've got it, they just don't want to use it when they're scrolling. Save that kind of language, save that heavy education, either for your blog posts or your articles where people go looking for the information, or for your strategy session where you can actually talk them through it. Couple of examples. The top example is not using plain language. The bottom example is using plain language to convey the same meaning. So over here, we've got our fiduciary duty, I can never say that word properly, is to act in your best financial interest. If I'm scrolling through Facebook, X, LinkedIn, Insta, I don't care. We're here to make sure your money works for you. That sounds better. That's a lot more enticing. Next one, amortization schedules are crucial for understanding the breakdown of your monthly mortgage repayments. Yeah, they are. You and I know that. Do our clients know what all of that means? Amortization schedule. Yeah, I've heard that word before. Not exactly sure what it means. Oh well. Next post, please scroll on by. Instead, a payment plan, not quite the same thing, we know. but gets the point across, helps you see how much your monthly repayment goes towards the loan and to the interest. That's interesting. Pun not intended. Next one, unleash the potential of a boundless financial horizon with our premium investment strategies. Is anybody else reminded of Wolf of Wall Street? Put it into plain language, grow your money with our top investment strategies. Pretty simple, huh? The effectiveness of plain language in marketing. I actually did some research on this, and there are actually studies that show that keeping things simple in your marketing does increase engagement, it does increase understanding, and therefore increases conversions. It promotes inclusivity and accessibility. That's what I was talking about before. You don't have to treat your clients like children, but you do have to make sure that you're not using a bunch of language or a bunch of jargon that they don't understand. Little quote here. Most people like marketing strategies that are simple and to the point, not full of jargon and hard to understand. Remember, someone who feels intimidated by your wording is probably not going to ask questions or investigate further. So scrap the technical wording. That comes from, you'll see the source down here, International Journal of English Learning and Teaching Skills, an article called Language in Marketing and Management. So that's a peer-reviewed article. So it's not just stumble that I copied and pasted from Wikipedia or somewhere else. That's from people who do the research into this kind of stuff. Not only that, using simple language, keeping everything a little bit simpler, it's easier for you. Less words, less stuff. What's even easier though? Get me to do it. What I do. So social media marketing, copywriting, kind of my jam. If you need help making something sound a bit simpler, especially in the finance world, because I can translate, let me know. No grey suits. Take care.